As we move on today, we move into the Gospel of John. And in John chapter 11, we find the story of the sickness, death, and Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. There's a lot of directions we could go with this story, but again, one of the things that struck me, and we may have talked about this in other devotions and things that we've done, but I felt like it was the right thing for today. When Mary and Martha, Lazarus' sisters, see that Lazarus is getting sicker and sicker, they send word to Jesus that the one that he loves was sick. This happens at the beginning of John chapter 11. And when the person that they send word to Jesus through gets to Jesus and tells him, it says, "Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was 2 more days. And then he said to his disciples, 'Let us go back to Judea.'" I find this passage, if you're Mary and Martha or in their position, a really challenging one. They send word to Jesus in faith that Jesus can heal their brother. They believe it. They know that he can. They have an expectation. They know that Jesus loves them. And I think it's interesting that John says when Jesus got the word and he loved them, John says, so he stayed where he was for 2 more days. That seems opposite. He loved them, so he immediately left and went back home. Or he loved them, and in spite of that love, he waited, stayed where he was 2 more days. If you've ever been in that position where you have a need that you have taken to Christ, believing that he can do something about it, expecting that he's going to do something about it, it's difficult to be Mary and Martha who are watching their brother get sicker, wondering where Jesus is. I know there's a lot of people who are listening to this today or will be listening to this at some point that are in a position that maybe Jesus is waiting, is staying and not moving the way that you think he ought or expected or believe he can. Mary and Martha had to suffer a bit because God had a greater plan for their lives. And Jesus would go on to Bethany. He would meet with Mary and Martha. He would remind them that he is the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me, Jesus says, will never die. And anyone who dies believing in me will live again. Do you believe this? And then he goes on to show exactly who he was as he calls Lazarus from the tomb. I don't know if you're in a season where Jesus seems to be waiting to move in your life, but I want to encourage you. Don't lose faith in the midst of those moments. Pray, draw near, go to him, and believe and trust that he, as God, is going to do what is best in your life. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. We'll see you.